All right, it's 1/23/2016. Um, Last talked to you, my medicine was pretty screwed up. I ended up having to go in the hospital, uh, where they changed my medicine around a little bit. And then I get out and I go see my regular doctor. He changes everything. The hospital changed, so it's just hard to know where I'm at right now. You know, um, I'm on Invega shots once a month. Then the hospital doctor put me on Latuda, which does the same thing as the Invega, and he put me on Trazodone and Xanax. Then I go to my regular psychiatrist. He takes me off. He's tapering me off of the Latuda. And gonna leave it that way. Still get my injections once a month. They seem to work until they start wearing off, and then I end up having hallucinations and kind of delusional thoughts, I would say. Um, so it's kind of hard to know where I'm at now. I feel all right. Uh, it's just different. I'm waiting on one medicine to come off of, and I think we'll up my Trazodone. It's antidepressant, supposed to help with anxiety some. I take it at bedtime, it helps me sleep, which I do enjoy that. Usually I'm pretty restless at night, and I have to sleep with the TV on just to keep the noise going, or it drives me nuts and my brain starts running 100,000 miles an hour. And I end up staying up to 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm wore out the next day. Affects my moods, my sleep patterns, so I'm trying to get on a decent pattern anyway. I take my Trazodone, about 8:30, 9 o'clock, because it, like I said, it does make me sleepy, so that helps a lot. My Xanax, I'm glad to have back. I've tried several other antidepressant medicines, and they just don't work. That's all there is to it. They don't work. So then they treat you like you're a druggie because you want Xanax, but it works. It gives me relief from feeling like I'm balled up and ready to explode every day. So that's a positive medicine for me. Of course, they always want to cut you down on it so you don't have it, which really sucks because I need it. I need something for my anxiety that's actually going to work. So it's hard to know. We've tried a couple different medicines to keep my anxiety level down, and they've just not worked. Klonopin doesn't work. Xanax seems to be my answer, and of course they want to limit me on how much I take, which is understandable. It is a substance abuse problem if you let it be. But when it makes you feel like you're normal, you want it. You know, you ain't got all these thoughts running through your head and feeling all crazy. I got schizoaffective disorder. Like I said, at the end of the month when my shots start coming due, I get a little nutso. So I know it's time for my shot, but it's once a month. So I don't know if we need to up that or be with me a longer time. I guess we'll address that once the Latuta's out of my system in about a month. He's tapering me off. Just hard to live this way. You just don't know who you are most of the time. I'll wake up in the morning and be one person. By the afternoon, I'm another person. And I'm hearing things like my dog barking. I go to let him in, and there ain't no dog there. Makes it real hard because you don't know if you're about to lose your mind, the other shoe's going to drop, or this medicine's going to help me out. I take Vibrant for depression, 40 milligrams a day. It worked for quite a while, and then it just kind of topped off. I don't know if my system got used to it or what, but it stopped working. So we put Celexa on top of that. I end up in the hospital, and they tell me that's a deadly combination. So they take me off the Celexa, leave me on the Vibrant, and see if that worked. I ended up going in the hospital the first time because I lost a whole day. I had to go to court that day. Went in, last thing I remember is running through the scanner. You know, you put your keys and all that, the bowl and stuff. And I get my keys back, I sit down and wait, and next thing I know, I'm in the nut house again. I just don't remember any of it up here before the judge. My niece is a prosecutor there, but she cannot try my case or have anything to do with it. But she was there and I got to talk to her. But I don't remember it. She seems to think I was acting just fine. So it makes me wonder what the hell happened. I mean, you can't just lose the day of your life, and you know, it's the only thing I can describe it as like drinking too much and blacking out. You're up, you're walking, you're doing your shit, but you don't know a thing about where you've been or what you've done until it's all over. I've applied for medical disability. I'm kind of going through that now. I just can't leave my house much. It's just too much anxiety for me. It drives my girlfriend crazy because she likes to do stuff and go, but it worries about me being alone. But alone's where I want to be a lot. Maybe it's, you know, just the isolation of it. Just a hard way to live. Just guinea pig for medicine. Don't know what it's going to do to you. Don't know my moods, how they're going to flip and flop. Do know my Patriots. As you can see, I'm a Patriot fan from my hat. We got a game against the Denver Broncos tomorrow. I'm hopeful we can get past that and get Brady another Super Bowl win. But whoever wins the NFC is going to be pretty tough. Cardinals are tough. Panthers are tough. So it looks like any way it goes, it's going to be a good Super Bowl. Got a lot of good quarterbacks, a lot of good players playing against each other. Do wish they'd wait on the Pro Bowl and play it after the season. That way the guys that are in the playoffs get to play too. There used to be a pretty good deal when they had it after the Super Bowl. Take a couple of weeks, but that was like your last hurrah. But now they put it in the middle of the bye week between the divisional rounds and the championship, or the championship rounds in the Super Bowl. So to me, that kind of sucks. And the picking teams, two captains, and I'd rather see the AFC versus the NFC. Um, just to see. I'm old school that way, I guess. I never think I have enough to say to even record, but I'll get better at it as I go. It makes me nervous. I mean, it's like talking to yourself on the screen, but you know you're talking to everybody else, or if anyone's out there listening. Um, I really do like the lithium lollipop. You should check that out. He's got a much better mic and uh, camcorder set up, and he's funny. He's fun to watch. I do enjoy it. Um, Said right now I don't have much to report on except for the new medicines. I take them 3 times a day. I take Valium 3 times a day, Cognitin 3 times a day, Vibrad once, Latuda once, and Trazodone at bed. So I'm quite the cocktail going on, and they're weaning me off of the Latuda, so that's going to be out of my system soon. I worry about my depression the most. That mania, I'm not, I don't know, as accessible to it, or I don't think. My girlfriend thinks I find my highs and my lows, and she's pretty good at recognizing them. I'm not. I'm always me. So however I'm feeling that day is me, and that's what I think that day. Now come tomorrow, I may think the opposite way, and that drives her nuts, because it's hard to make plans when you don't know who you're going to wake up to. If I'm going to be some raving lunatic, or if I'm going to have a good day. We just have to see. I just stay on my medicine. I'll keep you all informed on how it's going. Give a shout out to the Patriots. I hope they win. And I do want to say, if you've not watched the Shannara Chronicles from MTV, grab it, watch it. I read the books. Terry Brooks has been writing since '79. I've got every book he's ever written. Great writer. They've adapted to TV pretty well. Slightly different, which you're always going to have, because it's kind of hard to tell what's in people's brains through film. Now, in the book, he'll tell you how they're feeling and such, so they got to work that out, however they do that. But they've done a great job. Scenery is beautiful. Acting is great. Action-packed from get to go. And from the readers of the book, you ain't seen nothing yet. The ending is just will leave you dumbfounded and in disbelief, and it's a good show, so you should definitely try it. Definitely try it. Guess I'll sign off for now. Maybe I'll come back later and talk to you. I like to surf around on the websites to see other people. Like I said, Lithium Lollipop's one of my favorites. Got a great setup. He could be talking about anything. He could be a DJ at something, and it would be great. Because he's got the equipment. He's got her down to science. I'm always afraid I just ramble on in these, but from what I've seen, there's a lot of rambling, so a lot of personal strife everyone's going through. And we'll see what happens. And ago, I'll get a little where I can open up a little more, give you a little more background on me, my living conditions, so forth. Um, I'll tell you what, till next time I'll sign off, and I wish you well, and we'll talk to you later.